जाओ, आप अपनी खुद की गाड़ी स्टार्ट करो, you can take a bus also and you can have a premium Vistara flight also. So it depends upon you and everything has a different charges. So that's same with the banking. Banking, we are providing a service to you and that service is the cost which any bank is providing. So when you come to the industry banks, so we are charging you for the service which is at a premium level, which most of the banks are not providing at the moment in this country, whether it's HDFC, ICICI Bank or Axis Bank. The services, whenever the customer enters, that premium fee that we make, the products which we are giving, so that's like above all the banks which are giving. The thing is that we should go and we should just deliver the product which the bank has given, the power which the bank is giving to us. We just need to explore to the customer. We go to each and every. We just, what is happening now? We are just finding ourselves कि ये customer नहीं देगा, यार 20,000 कौन देता है, नहीं देता है, या 5 लाख का क्यों pitch करे? Just go for it. बोलने से होता है. We should just pitch everything whichever we want. And good. The sky is not the limit, sir.
Very good. I think first of all, I think we should clap for the passion and the spark he carries. And while talking, his confidence is simply, coming out of his face. That how attached he is with the organization and the brand. I think very good, well said, very articulated. So second point which, I am, borrowing from you is that one is client servicing, second is product features and the responsiveness, which is client engagement. See, there is a thin, difference between a client engagement and a customer service. More or subjectivity, if you look at, I think more or less same, but there is a difference. Now, these are the two things. One more thing which, okay, so two people have answered. So let me, tell the third point to you is the product. I think if you check, our products are best in class. Now, why products is critical, I will also talk about it. Some of you, I don't know if you have seen the newspaper 2-3 days back. There is a statement came from the managing director of State Bank of India. They have come up with a strategy where they are going to do two things. One is they are completely revamping the CASA products for the clients. Just imagine, State Bank of India, the largest financial institution in this country, is coming up with an idea that they will revamp the entire product portfolio of CASA for their clientele. Secondly, they want to also restructure their salary products and propositions. Thirdly, they want to actually, get into the client engagement. Now, there is an interview in Economic Time, if you check what State Bank of India, CMD told, that they are focusing only on two things. One is client engagement, second is client acquisition. Only two things. Please mark my words, guys. It is State Bank of India, the gigantic model, the icon of this, banking industry in this country, is talking about only two things. One is client engagement and client acquisition. And surprisingly, a bank like State Bank of India is talking about client acquisition. Why? The question is, they also want to change the orbit. Today the time has come when they have realized, or rather they have got the realization already that there are other players in the market, maybe a private player or maybe the nearest competition, maybe a SDFC of the world or ICICI of the world, or probably tomorrow we can also go and get into the rub the shoulders with them. They are preparing because industry cannot be a monopoly thing for anyone. So the industry dynamics are changing. People are adopting new strategy and people are thinking about it. And that is the reason that I started with a point that we have not done bad. We have done great. But the time has come to take the next step, to raise the bar, to chase the game which is happening around, because if you look at the banking and financial industry today, there is a cutthroat competition going on. Product portfolio is absolutely different. Every bank is giving a unique selling proposition. And end of the day, the thing which matter is client. So everything is related to customer. If today State Bank of India will not revamp the CASA, CA products, SA products, salary products, probably they will be obsolete in the market. Then nobody will go and say, they will say, obviously, I think probably people are coming and maybe talking about it. See, Indus is giving Indus Partner with an IP check of 2 lakhs, where there is a non-maintenance charges waiver, plus there are a lot of features of prime time offers and so on and so forth. What you are giving as a bank, you may consider yourself as a gigantic model or maybe the big brother of this entire banking fraternity, but what exactly you are giving for the client? That exactly is the question today. Customers are the king. Customers are the god. We are living in the era of customer. So today, we need to think that what a customer behavior is, what a consumer behavior is, and how a customer perceive things about an institution. I don't know how many of you are actually visualizing what I'm trying to say, but that is something which is extremely critical. Okay? So, if you talk about IndusInd Bank, we must focus on the client acquisition, we must focus on the client engagement, but how? I think we are already doing. आप लोगों को लगता होगा कि I'm going slow today, because there is a reason why I'm going slow. Because the way you used to function, what happens over a period of time, that becomes an inertia. We think that we are doing something correct, but it's not. The time has come to evolve in a different manner by understanding that what calibration we need to do where. Then only we can take the next step. Then only we can go from a national championship category to world championship category. Perhaps then only we can think that we'll bid a SDFC, ICICI or Axis of the world, or probably we can compete with a bank like State Bank of India. There, if State Bank is pulling the socks and trying to do something, we should do something more. If ICICI is already 15 lakhs crores of positioning as a liability side, we should actually think more. We should do more. How? It is not just the passion, not just the thought or the focus. Yes, I want to be bigger. Will not going to solve your purpose. We need to be smart. We need to be articulated. We need to understand how things to be fixed. So, products we have, people we have, but what is the challenge? Our employee strength is almost 15,000. We have 2,200 branches. Products like Indus Partner, Indus, what is called Maxima. You have got Indus Exclusive. We have got Car Select. We have got My Account, My Number. But still, are we hitting a number which the large banks are hitting? No. Reason. Coming back to the point number 1. We are thinking that we'll do something good, and we are actually doing what? That has to be introspected. So the point here are very, very clear. There is a business model which we are running with. We have a service team, we have a relationship management team, we have an acquisition team, we also have a NR team, and we have branch managers and deputy branch managers in every branch. That's a business model, that's a unit. In that unit, perhaps we need to do certain things which we have not done possibly in the past. The biggest issue, the biggest thing which we need to now implement as supervisors specifically is we need to prepare our people for the next level. It is extremely, extremely critical. I will show you a AV after some time, maybe in between these discussions, so that you can understand and visualize. We need to prepare. Preparation means we just not want to push people that you go and do the next level. The preparation, there are 2 things. We have 2 set of people. This is for the supervisors, and also I would like to, my people should also hear, my FTs, my branch team, and the front-end team also should hear. There is nothing harm. There are 2 types of things which we have created in the system. One is a model which probably ICICI of the world is actually adopted in the past. Getting people, freshers, management trainees, give them training as probation, the way they do probationary officer, PO training and all. We are also doing the in-house training for them, maybe online or maybe offline as a mentor at branches. Then we are giving them a continuum plan. There is another way of model. Second model is probably the SDFC of the world. They do not have that hiring process that take a fresher, groom them, nurture them and take them to a level of branch manager. They are not doing it. They are hardcore brand oriented people. They do lateral hirings. They throw money, get good people from the market, push them to the last extent, and they believe in hire and fire. Probably, I'm just giving a scenario, a situation to you, and probably that is correct in many pockets, maybe aberrations, or maybe the business model is different, but that is what is the feeler which market gives. Their concept is totally different. Now what we are doing, you look at, in some of the positionings are actually confused. We are trying to push a person who has been grown in-house, or a trainee is being pushed to do some abnormal delivery and not being educated, or there is no coaching. See, the theme of ICICI, which I personally believe, firmly believe, is coaching. Every person has got a mentor. In SDFC, they believe in push. Now what happens, as a mentor, we club, we did a mixture of both. That is not going to work. So what we need to do is, we need to figure out smartly as a supervisor how the people would be nurtured. Excuse me, can you please close the door, gentlemen? Don't do the disturbances during this. Please don't do anything right now. Kindly, I request you. Okay. So what I'm saying, we need to identify what our people are doing, what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses. Coaching is extremely critical for a sustainable organization. That's the bottom line. My message to all the supervisors here in this particular, in this forum, please go back to your branch managers, also educate them. Go back to your deputy branch manager, also educate them. We have the finest model of grooming people, and also giving them elevation starting from a level of a tailor or a management trainee, or from a ASDM cash to a level of branch, DBM or a branch manager, and so on and so forth. And we have got many instances where people have gone through continuum model. But today, the continuum model is not being discussed and elaborated to our people the way it should be. I'm not saying it is not being done, the way it should be. Secondly, there are two ways of handling team. One is this is the thought which I personally feel, if you adopt and if you introspect, because it is all about the self-introspection. Today I can say that Kamrul is not doing the right thing, or a Purnendu or the Suman of the world are not doing the right thing. They should have done this. But as a leader, as a person who is doing the navigation for the zone, I should think why the person is not doing it rightly. Where it is the issue, where the issue is, that has to be addressed. There are two things again. One is, there are certain organizations, they survive on variables. Salary base is low, incentivization is high. There is another model where the cost components are very high, incentivization are not there. And today if you look at this organization, our cost optimization is not there. Our cost, the way we are giving to the people, is absolutely matched to market. Over and above, the variables are also amazingly great for people. Those are actually getting it. But there is a set of people, they are actually falling between these two. They find that my fixed components are okay types, so I am okay in surviving with those money, and I don't need a variable. So fine. But it is actually, if you look at a person who is actually earning the variables, quarterly incentives, monthly incentive, it is hands down best in class in the country. Go and find out any organization where a branch manager or maybe a CAM RM is being incentivized with this kind of money. I will not go beyond that, because I will not give what is called a controversial statement for seniors, because including me, I don't want to, because we are not in the segment, different. So it is basically at that level. Nowhere. So what I'm saying, if today this is the best place to work as a branch manager, why are people not having those enthusiastic approach to get into the next level? It is because they have not been nurtured. They have not been given the navigation. The navigations are very, very clear. I will run a CD, audio visual, I'm saying CD, audio visual, you will understand that what exactly we are thinking as an organization. I'm not saying the business model is bad. I'm not saying that this business model will not give you success, but there has to be a mixture now where if we are moving from a featherweight to lightweight to heavyweight, you actually want to be a heavyweight champion in the boxing ring. The strategies as a featherweight champion, as a lightweight champion has to change. And precisely that exactly should happen now. The time has come. If you are a state level player, national level player, when you are going to world championship, your approach has to be different. And that is why the approach is very, very clear, which is 5C. Why 5C? Because efforts में कोई कमी नहीं है, knowledge में कोई कमी नहीं है, products में कोई कमी नहीं है. The whole issue is related to the clients because we are now very concerned about the customers. Some people may claim that we are a very good service provider, we are best in class, but it is not all. There is a huge basket or a gamut of product which needs to be introduced. There is a huge research or a profiling which needs to be done. And there is a whole subjectivity is something is to be evaluated by every business unit. You talk about a branch, you talk about a region, you talk about a zone. Today, 7,11,000 client base we have in this zone. Probably every region has got a 1 lakh plus or maybe 1.5 kind of. Are we nurturing those customers? Are we using those customers to get a new client? Are you actually doing the mining there, that who is actually having what? Probably a 10,000 rupees average balance client keeping a 10 lakhs rupees somewhere else. So it is not only service, because today probably we are giving service to a bearer who is coming to deposit a cash and we are dealing with that. The profiling, the research, the client evaluation is missing. That can only happen when, I'm not saying that we are not trying to do it. We are not trying to do it rightly. The right way is coach your people. That coaching, that belonging